Angry guy here. And a Filipino wife attempted to delete her passport, bro. A Filipino wife attempted to delete her passport, bro. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the article. So, as you guys can see on the screen right now, Arizona woman charged with trying to delete husband with coffee that had a substance in it. In this case, bleach. So, an Arizona woman has been charged with attempting to delete her husband with coffee that had bleach in it. Melody Feliciano Johnson of Tucson was indicted by a grand jury on charges of first degree attempting to delete, attempting to commit aggravated deletion, and putting a foreign substance in food or drink. And she was taken into custody on July 18th of 2023. Melody's husband serves in the U.S. Air Force. He reportedly first noticed a foul taste in his coffee in March when stationed in Germany with his wife, court documents reported by CNN affiliate KVOA said. Roby used pool testing strips that revealed his coffee pot showed high levels of chlorine. Roby later used a hidden camera to find Melody allegedly taking bleach, pouring it into a container, and then walking over and pouring it into the coffee maker. According to NBC, Roby set up multiple cameras that looked like fire alarms to the ceiling. I actually saw the video. It's on YouTube. I'll link you to the video if you guys want to check out the full video, which is about 18 minutes long, and you can actually see all of this where he basically sets up a bunch of cameras and you can literally see what she's doing. It's unbelievable stuff. A camera was placed in the laundry room, a second over the coffee machine, and a third was placed to show walking between the two areas. Roby pretended to keep drinking the coffee. He told investigators in order to wait until they returned to the States to the Davis Monthan Air Force Base before filing a police report. The couple were living together with their child, but were in the midst of a divorce at the time. Investigators say Roby believes she was trying to delete him to collect benefits after he passed. So basically, his insurance policy, and this guy would have a pension presumably, but a bunch of things. Melody entered a not guilty plea at Friday's arraignment and is being held at Pena County Jail on a bond set at $250,000 per CNN. Prosecutors told the judge a high bond was necessary as Melody recently bought a house in the Philippines and is considered a flight risk, and her next court appearance is September 6th. Just to let you guys know, when they went to take her into custody, she immediately said that she immediately exercised her right to remain silent and asked for an attorney. So she knew exactly what was happening. All right? She immediately, now don't get me wrong, that's a smart move. It's an extremely smart move, but that means that she was preparing for this all along. It's too bad that she thought she was so slick. And, and for those of you that want to know a little bit more, I'll jump over to this other article for you guys. And on this article, it basically tells everything else, but I wanted to make sure that you guys I wanted to read to you guys so that you can see that it definitely does say that she is from the Philippines. Let me see here. Is in here. Yeah. So yeah, in December 22, she bought a house. She bought a house in the Philippines. And it actually says at the start of the article that she's 39 years old, and She is originally from the Philippines. Okay, so there you go. So she is originally from the Philippines, and it's just this is a wake up call. This should be a wake up call for a lot of you guys that think that because you have a lot of these guys on YouTube that are telling you that it's bliss and you don't have to worry. Guys, you have to understand these people. A lot of them, they come from the Philippines, and they don't really have a lot in the Philippines. All right, like they live in houses that with a dirt floor. There's no AC. The toilet is outside, and we're not talking about a nice outhouse. We're talking about a toilet in the ground that doesn't even have a curtain that pulls all the way. I mean, it's really hard living. There's no running water inside these houses a lot of the times. They eat rice and soup or rice and coffee for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Right? Okay, they don't. A lot of them don't even can't even afford meat. And a lot of guys go over there and they meet a girl. They get to the airport and there's a girl right at the airport, and she's like, "Oh, we should get married." Guys, you meet a girl right at the airport, and she goes with you from the airport straight to the hotel. And a lot of guys will think, "Oh my gosh, that means that she's in love with me." There's a she's this is the woman for me because she saw something special about me, bro. It's not that you're special. It's just that she was looking for someone, and she's that desperate for someone. This is not to say that you cannot find a great person, a great woman in the Philippines who is still fit, feminine, and friendly. But you have to understand that there are a lot of women, even women who have good character, that are looking for a guy that will give them this exceptional life. And the moment they step foot in the West, the moment they step foot in the West, that's it for you. All right, because now they have you. Now they have you, and they can take half. And they can take half. They can. I mean, they can really do a lot. And the crazy thing is, y'all don't understand that these iron tight prenups, they don't mean anything. Okay, a lot of judges today, if you get a woman to enter into a prenup where she will receive literally nothing from the marriage, all she has to do is say that she was in this she was in distress when she was in duress when she signed it. And one of the easiest ways to prove that she was in duress when she signed it is by showing a prenup that is not fair in any way whatsoever, saying that she gets nothing from the relationship if she doesn't sign it. All right. So basically, if a woman feels pressured to sign the prenup, or else the wedding will be canceled, that serves as duress. If she was pregnant, for example, when she signed the prenup, all right, if she was pregnant when she signed the prenup, again, guys, that only makes her case even stronger. And judges, what they like to do is they like to start at 50% and then work their way up from there. That's right. They start at 50%. A lot of times the guys end up with nothing at all. Like they end up having to pay alimony, everything else. Like literally, this is a person that often doesn't even never even finished middle school. And again, there are many Filipinos who are extremely highly educated, but there are a lot of these women who they don't even know how to drive. A lot of Filipinos don't even know how to drive. And you've got guys going over there and buying them cars. And here you have a Filipina who barely even finished high school, and these guys are like, "Oh, I'm going to give you the entire world," and they don't realize that these women, they had very hard lives over there. They had very little. The entire family was depending on them. And just to make it very clear, the family is always almost always in on the scheme. The mother is very often the one who's guiding her and telling her what to do. I'll tell you right now, this woman's mother, she's 39. All right, she's right around my age. I'll be 40 in actually a couple of weeks. I'll be 40 in a couple of weeks. Guys, I'm telling y'all, I feel so good turning 40. At 40, I would never go back to being 20, because the amount of you have so much more confidence at 40, and confidence in different ways. Confidence in different ways, in the sense that you are more alert and you're aware of the kinds of crap that there's in this world, and you care less about what people think. Don't get me wrong. You can still have anxiety. I have terrible social anxiety. You can still have anxiety because you know what ends up happening if you know how you just know how society operates. But in terms of actually caring what people think, and you're just more comfortable with yourself, you're more comfortable in your own skin, and that's one nice thing. But yeah, guys, I mean, this woman is a piece of work, and I mean, there you guys go. So, because some guys like to boast about it and try to act like you have nothing to worry about. No matter how well you know a person, you really don't know them until some time has passed. You can know a person for decades, decades. There's so many guys that got married and they had these wonderful marriages, and the kids are grown and have already moved out of the house. Okay? And the guy has achieved, you know, the guy is a doctor or a PhD, engineer, you know, and I mean, they've achieved the American dream, all right. And then suddenly, after 20 or even 30 years, she suddenly decides that there's something better out there for her, and that she no longer wants to be in the relationship. And you know, and you they could have had an ideal marriage. They could have had the marriage that other people would look at and say that it's your marriage that helped us, our marriage, to survive. And then suddenly it's over. It's over because you know, a feeling. She had a bad feeling. Guys, I've said this before. The only thing a woman is loyal to are her emotions. All right, I will repeat it again. The only thing a woman is loyal to are her emotions. And wherever the wind blows, her emotions will go. I am sure when this guy met her, he thought she was fit, he thought she was feminine, he thought she was friendly. However, look at the life that he gave her and look at the results. Took her from the Philippines, gave her an exceptional life. How does she repay him? She literally bought a house in the Philippines, bought a house in the Philippines because of all the money that she made in the West. And now she was going to delete him, get his military pension, collect his insurance policy, and then go back to the Philippines and live a happy and comfortable life with her family that knew exactly what she was doing. And the reason that she used bleach very likely is because she probably read online or wherever, maybe her mother coached her on it, that this would be a perfect way to do it, because if done over time, it's less likely to show, it'd be like less likely to show up in the show up in a postmodern report, in a post-mortem report. And even if the levels were heightened, it would still not be enough to suspect to or prove foul play. This guy is just lucky. He is just lucky that he caught on to it. And it appears that he'll drink his coffee black. He's lucky he didn't dilute it. He's lucky. He is so fortunate that he thought the worst. You know, like, guys, if you're in this day and age right now, guys should go overseas to date. Go to these countries to date, have fun, and then move on. Do not marry. I'm just telling y'all right now. Do not get married. Period. Marriage is an obsolete concept. It has no place in the modern world. Marriage was originally between a man, a woman, and God. It no longer is. The very moment that marriage became mandated or officiated by the state, mandated. They have tried to mandate it before. They did try to mandate it in Rome before the Roman Empire fell. The moment that it became officiated by the state, that was the end of it. The moment the state got involved, that was the end of it. Okay? Men have to realize this is it. There's no going back. All right? It doesn't matter where you go. This thing, this evil, it has spread all over the world. Even if it doesn't look like it's on the surface, it is spread all over the world. There's a channel I like to watch with a Thailand, a lady from Thailand, and she makes all this yummy food, and I think it's really great. She's she's very pretty. She prepares food, and she makes videos about it. First, people made videos of her, now she makes videos. But guys, the thing is with this, that even in her case, like you start to like discover things like she has 2 kids, and like and it's like you start to ask questions like, wait a minute, how did she end up with 2 kids, and where's the man in your life? I remember, guys, I was living overseas, and I went to a foot doctor, and I was speaking to the doctor, and I said to her, like, we just started talking, and she was like, oh, she's told me some things, and then she told me that she's not a doctor. And I said to her, you're not a doctor, but this is a foot clinic, right? Yes. And are you like you're a doctor of like podiatry or something like that? Yes. Okay. And so wait a minute, you do have your doctorate in this? Yes, but it's different. Are you a foot doctor or not? Yes. Why are you lying to me? Well, it turns out, so she started telling me about her life, and it turns out that she had went and married the stupid guy. All right, some real stupid guy, and had a bunch of kids with him. And she was young. She was young, like really, really. She was like not young. She was like 30, but she had like a ton of kids with this real stupid guy. And I asked her, what does he do? Is he a doctor also? No. What kind of work does he do? He does nothing. And they had separated, but I said, so what is he? She said that he's one of those stupid guys. I'm like, what? Like, he doesn't do no work. He just goes up and down the place, like, just moves around the place. He's one of the lazy guys. No job, nothing. Why would you go and have all these children with him? I don't know. Guys, this woman literally sat there and said, I don't know. Why did you do this? I said to her, you could never blame any man for anything after what you did. And she goes, I know. You went out there and picked up this type of guy. Guys, this is the truth is, I've said this before and I will say it again. If you are a good guy, she doesn't love you. The guy that she loves, Tyrone, will always have her heart. Enrique will always have her heart. Quan will always have her heart. Ray and Pookie will always have her heart. Brad and Chad will always have her heart. She will never love you. Guys, I'll tell you something crazy. During my early days, back when I was the angry Migglypuff, I call them the Migglypuffs, right? When I was the angry Migglypuff, maybe that's not. I feel like now I'm dissing myself, but I'm not gonna say the word. But yeah, guys, I made so many great videos, and then I deleted a lot of those. I deleted them all because I got, I had come down with what do you call it? Some kind of singer jig. I don't remember. But anyway, guys, bladder, bladder, you know what. Anyway, I ended up leaving for like a year. Foolishly deleted all the videos, the first 400 videos I had made. And those videos were amazing because, like, I had videos like She Will Never Love You, or I had a video talking about the fall of Rome, basically the fall of the Roman Empire and how the Roman Empire fell as a result of no-fault divorce and women going off and, hooking up with gladiators and then having those gladiators delete their husbands for them. It was good stuff, very informative stuff. But I talked about this years ago. I made a video called Men Leaving the West, where I predicted almost 10 years ago that men would begin leaving the West and going overseas to start new lives. I completely called it. I called the passport bro thing long before it ever happened. And I also made a video titled "She Will Never Love You," and I might remake that video again. You know, and I talked about it. She will never love you, and it's absolutely true. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, she will never love you. She will love Chad. She will love Brad. She will love Tyrone. She will love Ray Ray. She will love Pookie. She will love Quan. She will love Enrique, but she will never love you. Just like the example I gave you of the doctor, okay, who had all these children with this guy. And guys, this is not the only doctor I've known. I've dealt with, if you guys remember, I was originally trying to go into medicine, so I have masters related to in psychology and health science and all that other jazz. So I dealt with a lot of chicks who ended up going on to become physicians, and it's like I remember one chick I was dealing with, and this girl, she was dating like this really sick dude. Like he's in prison now, and it's like it's crazy because like now she has to like her family's like watching over her. She's not allowed to live alone after that because she literally went like she's a physician, but she's not allowed to live by herself. She has to have supervision at all times because she almost this guy almost deleted her. Like I mean literally almost deleted her. Like it's crazy. Like and these are the guys that these girls fall in love with. And like she's like and like talking to her, she's almost nostalgic. Like she gave him everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Like she gave it up. She gave it up and then some. All right? But if you're a good dude, if you're a good dude, she doesn't respect you. She does not respect you. It's crazy. She puts you in a whole other section of basically beta males that she can use to extract wealth and resources from, but she will never love you. All right? She will love you. She can love your time, your attention, your money. All right? So basically ATM, but she will never love you for who you are as a person. When a woman says that she wants to know what you're thinking and how you're feeling, in reality, she doesn't care about what you're feeling. She just wants to constantly make sure that you still care about her. And when women and simps hear me giving out this valuable information, they get angry because they don't want guys to know this. They want you to remain ignorant. They want you to remain aloof. They don't want you to know about female nature, the way women think, and the way that women behave and operate. Because men and women are not exactly the same. We think different. We have different views on life, different philosophies, different behaviors. While there are similarities, there are also differences, and those differences can result in very large variances in the way that we act and operate in society, in the way that societies ultimately develop, depending whether or not you're living in a society that is under a strong patriarchal rule or a strong matriarchal rule. And we're basically we live in a matriarchy. Just to be very clear, in Western society, we live in a matriarchy that they constantly call a patriarchy. I want to know what your thoughts are regarding this, guys, because I've warned you. I've warned you guys. Like there are people who just don't like me because I call it out. I say what it is that you go over to these countries. You need to be careful. You need to be careful because this is not your country. These are not your countrymen. All right, and these people, you know, they see you as an opportunity to get out of poverty. And I'm not saying it's everyone, but you have to be mindful. Nobody should be getting married in this day and age. I don't care who it is, because for them it's the price. The guys over there aren't marrying them, so why are you marrying them? The moment you marry them, you put yourself at risk. Okay? It's better to never have been married. You don't need to be married to have children. You can go over there, learn the laws, learn the rules. If you meet someone you like, you can have kids with them, build them a small cottage, okay? And then go see them when you want to see them. And that's it. And there are limitations on how much they can get from you in terms of support. And another fact, and here's another thing for you. You should never ever tell them your name. Don't ever tell them your real name. Never let her know your real name. Okay? Use a burner phone. And that's it. But never give them enough information to track back to you. I'm just being very clear. And then when you go, and when you're traveling overseas, never, if you're going to like the Philippines, never go to the same island twice. I'm just being honest with you. There's a ton of islands in the Philippines, tons. All right, a ton. And you can go and you can just chill in different ones. There's life on each one. This is it, guys. This is the reality of things. You guys have to be aware, okay? Because her family would have went and enjoyed that money. Because now because basically he would pass on so that they could all live. Because they see you as a sucker. They see you as a sucker. That they fool. They got you. They got you. And you could basically see it in her face. You could see it in her. Look at her face. Look at her face. There's no fear in her face. She knows exactly what she did. She knows 100% what she did. And that's why she's quiet, because she got caught. That tells you about what's inside of this woman's heart. And she's not, she's not the exception, real. She's not the exception. She's more so the standard. Okay? Because even good people do bad things. Even good people do bad things. And you have to be consciously aware of this. You can't allow yourself to be a fool. You can't allow yourself to be fooled or taken advantage of. This Filipino wife attempted to delete her passport, bro. And thankfully, they caught her. Thankfully, they caught her. But you can only imagine how many other cases like this exist where the woman isn't caught, where she gets away with it, and the passport, bro, gets deleted. This is the reason why you have to be so mindful, guys. And don't be desperate to go over there and find someone immediately. You have to remember, you are the prize. Marriage, there's no reason for you to get married. There's no reason any man should be getting married. You want to be in a relationship? Go ahead, be in a relationship. But know what you're doing, know how to do it, and always understand that you have to be in the position of power. I have the Passport Bro blueprint coming out for you guys. I'm working on it. It's taking a lot of work. What's happening right now is I'm bringing my crypto academy back online for you guys, so that you guys can go and take cryptocurrency courses, learn how to invest, trade, build a decentralized cryptocurrency account, how to know what the next big development in cryptocurrency is going to be, like how NFTs took off, so that you can position yourself to make lots of money and get wealthy using crypto. And I mean, it's everything you need. So I'm working on that. And as soon as I have that wrapped up, I'm going to have the Passport Bro blueprint coming out for you. I've been working on that already. I already started working on that course months ago, but it's just so much information I'm putting in there. Because it's going to tell you how to go and find someone in the Philippines. It's going to tell you how to travel overseas and do all of these things. But it's also going to tell you how to stay safe, because a lot of people don't know how to do that. All right. So guys, I want you to be safe. I want you to do you and live the best life you can. But you have to be mindful. You should not be going over there and looking for a wife. You want a wife? Okay, she can be wife in name only. Okay? For example, like for a lot of y'all don't know this. You go to the Philippines, the moment you cohabitate with a Filipina, you are now responsible for her. It's a crazy thing. As a foreigner, if you go to the Philippines, you let a woman move in with you, let a Filipina move in with you, and you suddenly decide that you want to break up with her and send her packing, nope, doesn't work like it works in the U.S. They have a law over there on abandoning on abandonment. And if you abandon a Filipina, they can say that she, as long as she can prove that she was receiving support from you, they can charge you and put you in prison for abandonment of Filipina and leaving her in poverty and destitution. You don't have to be married to her. This is how crazy. So you need, a lot of y'all didn't even know that. A lot of y'all thought that, oh, I'll just meet this girl and let her stay with me. Nope. Can't do that. The moment you let her move in and stay with you, and she'll look for ways to do this. All right? Don't do it. If she asks you, oh, let me see your driver's license, I want to let you, because this is how they'll use psychology. They'll use different kinds of psychology to get your information. Like they'll show you their driver's license or their passport, and they'll say, "Oh, let me see yours." Or not even, they won't even ask you. They'll just expect you to show theirs. Don't do it. Don't do it. I've been there. I've listened to me. I suffered so much. I've been through this extortion, all these different things, overseas. I've been through it. I've been extorted. I've gone through all of it. And now the fact that I'm standing here, I know the tricks that these people use and that they'll use against you. All right? So, like I said, guys, if you don't want these issues, know what you're doing before you go over to these places, not just the Philippines, Dominican Republic, all right? Colombia. Stay away from Venezuela. Can you imagine? Venezuela was once, I think, was it the second or third richest country in the Western Hemisphere? I mean, it was an extremely developed country, a very safe country. All right. There were many female doctors in Venezuela. And then because of socialism, the country ultimately went under. Guys, know what you're doing. Let me know what you guys think about this. I want to hear your thoughts. You know how I feel, but I want to hear how you feel regarding this story where a Filipina wife attempted to delete her passport, bro. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.